let's hope this works. God, I hope so. I've had a hell of a time this past week trying to get my schedule going and all of that. So I tried to play this. Everything looks like it's going good. Okay. It still says offline for some reason. Like it says live and offline at the same time. I don't know why that is. That's weird. No, it's there. Okay. Anyways, my inner hope, and I was going to stream every day this week, and I wasn't able to because everything went to shit. But hopefully, I'm going to restart this story because I want to record the entire thing. Finally. Hopefully, we don't have as many fuck-ups. Hopefully.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked.
Get over it.
That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that
If you
thing.
hated me saying that your ears are
Gs at
small,
least.
you're really going to hate
Damn,
what I have to say
I've never seen
next.
anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down.
So excited to be
You
playing
have
a
all
game I
been
can
instrumental
finally
in helping
show
to
off on.
maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Airbase Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed!
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base! This is not a drill!
Alright, one moment. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Let's go aircraft tree. I have not played this game in a while. It's been quite a while. I did try to play it Monday, but stuff went wrong, all of that. Wasn't actually able to record anything, so I just said fuck it and started over. Because, why not? I do have almost everything unlocked. Alright. There's some stuff I still unlocked though. And unlike when I played this game the first time, I am not going to go through the entire game with where is it? With this thing. Not that. Where is it? Or this. They're both just stupidly overpowered. And it wouldn't really be any fun if I didn't have a challenge. So, I'm going to use non-DLC weapons. Fuck it. Non-DLC aircraft. Let's see, which one of these has the 4 air missiles? Six. Why not? 6 air-to-air missiles. 6 target air missiles. Okay. F-15. I wonder if I can do the whole game with this. Just this one. Just this one. It only has the... Oh, wait. I'd probably go to the aircraft tree and get the other two weapons for it. Parts. Let's go. That one. Anti-stall. Yes. Overall maneuverability. Wait, where is it? Pitch. So, no. No. Durability. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it as custom because why not? And then special missile power standard. Let's see. Standard missile power. Special missile power. And what else? Standard missile reload time? Homing. I think that'll be the best bet. Best fit. Alright. Let's do this.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Alright, let's see how forward I can move without unplugging my phone. Apparently I can't move at all.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
I do love the look of the F-15. It's just
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, cleared for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
I have to relearn the controls every
Mage 2,
single time.
warm up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Welcome. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. Lockdown hostile. I'm cornered. This is Mike 1, defeating missile. They're way overhead.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. Just asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Point is 835.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Breaking to escape lock.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs. I can't tell them apart.
Fox 2.
Down. Missed. By the way, if you are watching, go ahead and comment. I have plenty of time to respond. Let's do this.
Target is down.
Attaboy, Trigger.
Come on.
I'm taking fire. Still flight capable. Breaking.
Target lock. Firing.
Stall warning.
Missile closing. Evade.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Mage 2. Missile launch. Locked.
Fox 2. Fox 2. Harbor facility and carrier destroyed. I'd call that mission accomplished.
Mage 2, made a kill.
Still got half our baggage. Emptying them on hangars and runways.
Target is hit. Bomber hit by a missile. One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Mage 2. Locking.
Stall warning.
Sorry if I'm not talking, but I'm just
Mage. Job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Mage Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
I don't know how many missions I'm going to get through today. But I'm
Column
going to try
1,
and make
return to base and report for
many as I can.
debriefing.
I'm going to try and get through as many as I can.
I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2.
What's that?
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Alright. Ooh, I got an emblem. Huh. Okay then. Wonder what for. Probably for using the F-15 so much. Just a guess. I'm going to go check. Let's see. Viewer? Data viewer, maybe? Aircraft, maybe. Emblem. Should tell me the new. Yeah, here we go. Ocean Air Defense Forces, Long Range, Strike Groups, Cyclops Squadron. Okay. Guess that's the one I got. I don't know 100%. It's a guess. The rest of them are DLC. What the heck? That's adorable. That is... oh, that's great. Kinda want to put an anime girl on there. Fuck it. I like this one. Absolutely. I don't think I'm ever going to change that. Continue.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard.
Chest popped.
Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
Alright. Okay, I'm back.
In case you were wondering.
Looking at stuff.
Yeah,
I wish
I survived.
that the Twitch app.
I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base. Then, got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
I can only do certain stuff on the app, and I have to do everything else, like making a schedule or anything like that. I wish they had like a creator dashboard app for Twitch. It'd be so helpful. So helpful.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats. And the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Never mind, it's just the dog scratching in her chair. It's a rocking chair.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yusian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Will do. Alright, let's go aircraft tree and go to the F-15 to see if I can unlock the other things. I might be able to, I hope. If I can even find the F-15. F-15, here we go. Self-forging fragments. Okay. Tactical laser system. Oh, I don't have enough. Anti-surface and anti-air. High-spec laser capable of firing continuously. Speed means that if fired accurately, it cannot be evaded. Yeah, I know that one all too well. It's just hard to evade. Let's just keep going with the F-15. Why not? Why not, right? Shit. F-15. Let's do this. Why not? I think we'll be alright for a while with this.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
That target is on rails. There's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Missile away. Target destroyed.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun. Anti-air guns aimed right at us.
It's air raid. We're being attacked by enemy aircraft.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there. Protect the radar vehicle. We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. So the whole base is gone. Request your permission to move the vehicle. We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
Lockdown hostile.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
We'll go. Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
Get away from that vehicle! Now!
That's a miss.
Mage 2, they have a lock on you.
Mage 2, missile inbound!
I've got the numbers and the strike.
Target lock. Firing.
Missile breaking.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Bandit acquired. They have me spiked. Heads up! Bandit behind you! Regain over clear ground. School 3, have to bail out now.
Solo 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Break!
I'm glued to this one.
Mage 2, you've iced up.
They flew into the clouds.
Locked, it's chow time. Okay, let's completely blind those bastards.
Missile, get out of the way!
Wait, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
Mage 2, you've iced up.
I know what I'm doing.
Be careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Attack missed.
Missile fired. Evading. Lost control.
Where is
Protect the radar vehicles! Return fire!
Target was not struck.
I'm rising up.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Fox 3.
Evading missile. Abandoning aircraft.
Alright, clean up that last radar vehicle. There's nothing in your way now.
Locked. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Pull the enemy aircraft away from the base.
radar vehicle. Great work.
Oh, to see the Erusians' faces now.
Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Fox 3! Fox 3!
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manuals. Straight to the setup. Here's some feedback for those poor merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand. Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready. Nice shot, man. 15 meters.
That's the fastest I've ever done.
UAV's ready to launch. Away.
I need to be more careful with my missiles.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase him down and pull the trigger. Golem Squadron, surround him.
Fox 2.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good.
Targeting gun range.
Just 2 more.
Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down one at a time. I've maneuvered behind the enemy.
You're low on special weaponry.
He escaped into the clouds.
Where'd he go?
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties. Mage 2, walking.
Fox 2.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
Fox 3. Target was not struck.
Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
You shoot, someone gets killed.
Warning.
The guys in charge take care of the rest.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
I actually do want to watch this one. I actually like watching them. I like having acceleration and deceleration. Well, pretty much most of all. It allows me to do the high G turns. And stay behind an enemy. Acceleration and deceleration is probably my most used asset in this game. That was only, what, 6 minutes? Is that 6 or 8? Anyways, the rest of the time was what took so long. Alright, two-pronged strategy.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel II was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel II is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Alright. What else is here? What can I afford that's not a plane? Not a whole lot. Well, actually quite a bit. But I can't get to it, is the problem. Like stuff like this, can't get to it. 15E, which is multi-role. Right. Okay, yeah. So, this one. Alright. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Right.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
One moment.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger, maintain your current approach. 50 meters. Excellent work, Trigger.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger, time to show the other guys that we can wet wild and do dirty, dirty things.
That's right.
Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Going 2 just knocked one down.
This right here is what we call a learning experience.
Roger that.
You can't evade a missile. Use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Friendly lost.
4 remaining.
Bandit in my sight. My God, we're getting our ass kicked. Throw out reinforcements. Enemy on my tail. I can't shake him. They got me.
3 remaining.
This one's fine.
The clouds are screwing up the accuracy.
Enemy missile. Break. Enemy in sector.
Nice kill.
1 remaining.
They took a bite out of me. Breaking.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Seems to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
Wait, what the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
This fucking thing. Mother bird. Arsenal bird.
UAV's closing.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skykeeper, this is Scout 1.
Bandits are fast as
What do you do about that
hell.
monster?
Break, now!
We're just waiting for mission.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded!
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Yeah, there is. There's too many of them.
These guys move too easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
That's what this guy said? God help us. It's hard enough just keeping up with the drones.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on here?
Mage 2, walking.
Enemy on my city.
Mage 2, missile launch.
Those one, just take the commander. We got me!
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verify the situation.
Active now. Clearing. Column 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
This is Column 3, Column 2's hit! Status report. Ship Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Security 3, break!
Dropping everything at bottom.
We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
They just keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How'd that happen?
What the hell?
Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
You made! Control route. Jesus. I'm breaking off!
Skeleton 2 lost.
Shit, we got incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. Dangerous earlier, or us would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continue mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Damn it, I can't break away!
Fox 2. H2, UAV down.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy. This one's tail.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Column Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe. Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work. Locked.
Got one in my sights. Attack missed. That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Column 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Column 2, engage now. Attack.
One advantage. SU-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution! Missile!
It's blinking.
Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Column 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Column and Mage Squadron, help us.
Get those UAVs off the grids.
Locked.
Bandit is in my sights.
Column and Mage Squadron, they'll pull through.
Get your asses out.
Yowza! The longer it takes, the worse our odds of getting out of here are. Machines don't get tired.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fort Gray's aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Jet meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
Not good. Brody, break off. Going for the loner.
Does Mage Squadron still have their hotshot? Then we just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Column and Mage, we owe you a debt. And we'll pay it.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Bandit is down.
Column 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry. All UAVs have been splashed.
16 minutes, goodness.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Probably gonna go get another couple
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Your speed.
It's only 1,100 kilometers an hour.
1,500 to runway. Mage 2, bank left. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Perfect, Mage 2.
Well,
I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle.
oh goodness.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
All right. Next. Is this Deerhorn? I think it is.
Here he comes.
Yes.
Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
I do so love when they base
How
technology
penal
off
is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osea, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osea was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osea down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusea, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
Rescue. This is my second favorite mission, I think.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osea's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot who will head up this strategy is you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
I am back again.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence.
This is one of my favorite
We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
You, guy who never
You're
says
spotted.
anything
The
at all.
mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
You, guy who never says anything. Don't say anything.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Under 5. I would do it under 100, but not being able to.
Hold up.
I'm not that precise.
Trigger, you got 2 directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm